everyone, it's Bee here again from Stitches and Blooms. I hope you're all well. This is my second podcast. I did want to come on a bit quicker than, I think it's been about a month or 3 weeks. So I did want to do that a little bit quicker, but I don't know, I think I just lost the nerve. So I thought if I don't get on now, I'll never get on. So welcome back to Stitches and Blooms. This is my second podcast, like I say. My name is Bee and I live in the northwest of England, near Manchester, with my husband Gavin. And I'm a crochet addict, and I've been crocheting now for about just over a year, I think it is, and I love it. I've always dabbled in kind of crafts and things, and paper crafts and stuff like that, but so I just thought I'd do a podcast, because I love yarn so much. I love this crochet malarkey, so I thought I'd come on and show you what I've been making in September, and then I'm going to do another one very soon, because today is actually the 2nd of October, and I wanted to do one to show you what my goals are and what I want to make in October. So I thought, well, I'll show you what I did in September, and then because it's quite, as you can probably tell from the title of this podcast, there's quite a few scarves and cowls and shawls. So I think I'm getting ready for my Christmas presents, or to give friends and family. So I'll stop babbling on. I'm sorry, I'm so babbling on, but hey, so I will show you my first finished object. So I've done these in a variety of colours, and they're a peephole scarf, and as you can see, that's quite coming up quite pink, but it's more of it's not as bright as that really. It's a bit more muted, and I'd say more of a wine colour. But so basically they're shawls that you then, in this end bit, I'll undo it in a bit just to show you, you put kind of holes in, and then you pull this through, and so it makes a nice cowl kind of round your neck for Christmas. Not for Christmas, for winter. You can wear them for Christmas, but for winter, dead simple to make, really simple. Sorry, I forgot to say this, that I do class myself as a beginner still, obviously, because I've only been doing this for a year. So a lot of my podcast will be for, like I said in my first podcast, it's going to be for kind of people, new crocheters who want patterns, that I hope I can show patterns that are quite easy to do and that I found simple and easy as a kind of a bit of a more, I won't say advanced beginner, but I have kind of crocheted a few things now. So this was an easy pattern. So I've done one in this colour, and this was using Papataya Aran soft stitch, super stitch, soft stitch. I have got one of the balls. I did have one of the balls that to show you. I thought I did. I've obviously not brought it across with me. This is obviously not the colour, but that's what I have used for these. I got quite a few of these in different colours last year when I first started crocheting. They were on offer at Snufflebean Yarn, so I grabbed them, and I love Aran. It's only acrylic, it's 200 metres, 100 grams, and like I say, it's an Aran weight, worsted weight. So that's the ones that I've been using. So there was this colour, and then I have done it in this colour. So again, you just slip it over. I wonder if I can put it on and show you, without messing my hair up. There you go. So it's kind of, sorry, mess my hair up a bit now, but hey ho. So it's a kind of a, it's a nice snuggly, and you just pull, and it kind of pleats and has a nice pleat to it, and it's so snuggly, it really is. That'll be so nice for autumn days. Okay, and then like I said, it's just basically a big triangular scarf, and then you put you put your holes in here, and then you thread it through. So it is a really easy scarf to do. I followed a video tutorial by Fibre Spider, and it was really good. It was easy to follow, very simple. So yeah, so I'll try and leave a link below to that video if I can remember. And then this was made, that was the papataya Aran again, and this one I just did using 2 yarns held together. Have I got that right? Yeah. So it's two yarns held together. Maybe if I put it on my hand like that. Sorry, I'll start again. 2 DK weight yarns held together, and they were just yarns that were in my stash, but I really like the effect. I did the grey, this one. So this is 2 held together. This is 2 DK yarns held together, and then this orange and grey, which obviously gave you this mottled effect, and I love this. It's like a tweed, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Yeah, so they were just in my stash, just 2 DK weight yarns that I had. So yeah, so I love them. I think they're so nice. And like I say, I might just keep a couple for myself, or they might be given as presents. But so easy. I think I did them in an you could do them in a day, definitely. I think it took me a couple of afternoons, and they were done. Like I say, it's just basically a triangular scarf, and then putting the keyholes in. But yeah, I'll link the video that I watched down below. I've also been making these asymmetrical scarves, so these are quite a lot bigger as you can see, using variegated yarn, and I just love the colours. Look at those colours, aren't they gorgeous? So it goes from like a navy kind of blue, greys, browns, beige, cream, and then goes down to another grey. But yeah, so again, just an asymmetrical kind of shawl, and you just obviously increase on one side and don't increase on the other side, so you get this lovely kind of, I will try and put some pictures up as well, just so that you can see what it looks like. But yeah, it's basically, it's a kind of another, you could put it out however way you wanted it to put. My hair's definitely a mess now, isn't it? Yeah, so it's it's that kind of a shawl, so that you could it's that kind of a I'm gonna have to stop the video in a bit and sort my hair out, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so you can put it around you and you get all the colours. Beautiful, aren't they? I love these colours. Yeah, so that's another scarf. Like I say, I think I'm getting ready for the autumn. And then I also did it, this was papataya, a papataya cake. Oh gosh, sorry, I start sorting my hair out again. Yeah, so this was a papataya cake. This is a different one. Obviously this has got different colours in it, but this is what I used for that one. And I'm sure, yes I have actually, I've got the ball band here. So for that one, that was a papataya cake, and then I got this from the Knitting Network, and this is colour 231, and it took one ball of the papataya cake. So yeah, so really lovely colours. I love those colours in there. And then this one, I did this one first, and this was a pattern by Annie's Design Crochet. She's got a YouTube channel, and you can also print. She's also got the pattern. I think you can purchase the pattern if you wanted to. So again, it's the same it's the same kind of principle, but this one's a different cake. So this one's got kind of going from dark greys, cream, dark greys. I just love variegated yarn, I really do. And crocheting it, I was like, oh, look at those, look at that colour now. Oh, that really blends lovely. So yeah, and then down to this dark brown and grey, dark grey again. Aren't they beautiful colours? I just love the colours. And this was with a mandala cake, and this is colour brownie, and there are 540 metres, 590 yards. It's a 150 gram cake, and again it's 100% acrylic. So yeah, so that's the back of it. So brownie, if you can see that, hopefully. Yeah, so yeah, so as you can see, I've been doing lots of scarves this autumn. Really enjoyed making them. Like I say, this one was Annie's design crochet. I'll leave a link. I think it's called the one cake shawl, or one ball shawl, or something like that, I think it's called. So yeah, so that's another make. This is a bit of a fail. I'm not going to lie. This was, oh, look at my hair, honestly. This was my first, well, it's not a fail, I just need to sort it out. This was my first thing into amigurumi. I haven't tried amigurumi yet, and I wanted to have a go at it. And we went away in, I'm just looking at the time on my camera so I'm not running out. We went away in August, and I wanted something small to take away with me. And I thought, oh, I've got these small balls of wool. Let me see if I can get one out that's got the label on it. Yeah, I thought, well, I will try and do a little bit of amigurumi. You've not seen it yet, have you? And everything was going swell. Really enjoyed doing it on my holiday. Wasn't too bad. And then when I came home, I think I did a little bit more of a, and then I just lost interest. I don't know why. All I had to do was a hair and a hat, and for some reason I lost interest. So I thought, right, come on, let's get back on this. You only need to do a hair and you only need to do a hat. So last Thursday I thought, right, I'll do a hair and a hat. So I did it. Didn't take me long. And I really enjoyed doing amigurumi, actually. I really did, and I don't know why. Anyway, probably doing all these shawls and things. But this is this is her, and I shall show you. So this is her. She was called Anna. Oh, and I've not got the book. It's from a book. I'm sure when I finish her, I'll let you know the book that I've got her from. And yeah, so her hair started to go on, and this was last Thursday. And then I realised, I don't know if you can see, but I'd put a hair on the wrong. These are her feet, these are her boots, and yeah, I put her hair on the wrong way. So I've got to take her off. And so hopefully, you know, in a couple of days I'll be able to show her properly. But I've got to take her hair off, and I'm hoping that once I take her hair off, you know, she'll be okay. But I just love the colours. I wanted to do a really autumnal colours on it. I'm just going to stop because the camera's probably going to run out very soon. There we go. So yeah, so I started the camera. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing it. I really did, and I love the colours on her. I wanted to make her really autumnal. And like I say, hopefully when I do finish her, I will, you'll see her in all her glory hopefully soon, with her arms and everything on her. But yeah, I did love doing her. And this is, I used Yarn Art Jeans Bamboo from Our Little Craft Company, I think it's called. And I've never obviously used anything so small. I used a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook, and it was okay actually. I thought, oh gosh, I'm really going to struggle with this because normally it's a size 4 or a size 6, isn't it? And this is the smallest hook I've ever used, and to be honest, it wasn't too bad. I did manage to obviously do it. Yeah, so this is, and it came in a pack with all these different colours that you saw on the doll. I haven't used this one, but yeah. So when I do actually finish her, I will show her properly, and I will let you see her properly once I sorted her hair out. And my excuse was, I'm afraid, my excuse was that I had been on a intermittent fasting, eating plan last week. So I need to lose weight, desperately need to lose weight. And so I thought, right, I'll try intermittent fasting. So all last week, from Monday to Thursday, I was on kind of 1 meal a day. So by Thursday, I wanted to eat a small child. I'd had enough. And I was so tired and I was so hungry and miserable. The weather was miserable, I was miserable. And so that's my excuse as to why her hair is on the wrong way. Yeah. So that's my crochet for September really. It was a lot of scarves, a lot of shawls, some very bad amigurumi. And yeah, so that was that. I think I probably put everything. I just want to share some of the books that so you can see the top of my head. Some of the books that I read in September. I think some of these might have been from a little bit of August as well, but these were September. So the first one was The Phone Box at the Edge of the World. And it was quite a nice book. It's about a village in Japan where there is a phone box that people go to talk to their loved ones who have passed away. And it was a nice story. I think it kind of wavered a bit in the middle. Sorry, it's by, here we go, Laura Imai Messina. I don't know if you can, oh sorry, I've got my hands over it. So yeah, so that was who the author was, and The Phone Box at the Edge of the World. And like I say, it was a nice story. There's a love story in there, and there's kind of people's different stories of how they've lost loved ones and then how they're moving on and things like that. So yeah, so it was a nice one to read. This one, The Perfect Girlfriend, this was kind of a thriller, kind of about a girl whose boyfriend kind of splits up with her, and then she becomes obsessed and stalks him basically. And it was good. I thought the ending I didn't really what's the word? Not a typical ending, but I won't to give too much away. It was good. But I just wish that the ending might have been a bit different. So yeah, so that's another one, The Perfect Girlfriend by Karen Hamilton. So it was good, a good read. Yeah. This one, I Let You Go by Claire Mackintosh. It's not a new one. It's obviously, I think it was from 2018 or something, maybe earlier than that. She's done quite a few, Claire Mackintosh. 2014. So it's not a new book, obviously new to me. But yeah, she's done quite a few since, and I don't think I've read any of hers. And again, it's a thriller. It's and it was very, very well written. The first part of the story kind of sets the scene, and then the second part you kind of go, oh, okay, and then I had to read back at the beginning to kind of get my head around what the next part of the story is all about. So it was very cleverly written. I really enjoyed it. it's one of those where you can think, yeah, that's going to be made into a movie. It hasn't been, I don't think, but you know, it's one of those where you think, oh yeah, I can see this being made into a movie. It was really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. Claire McIntosh, I Let You Go. So yes, very good. I enjoyed that one. And then my last one, I started to read this in August. We went away, me and my husband, on our first cruise. We went to the Norwegian fjords, and it was lovely. We really enjoyed it. We hadn't been on a cruise before, and we did enjoy it. It was only a week, but yeah. And there was a library on the ship, on the boat. Boat, I don't know what you call them. And I kind of visited it when we first went on, and then didn't, because I took a book. I think I was reading The Perfect Girlfriend or something at that point. And I thought, oh, you know, for some reason on the last day, like you do, the day before we were gonna, you know, we were at sea, not the last day, but the last day of a proper cruise, and then obviously you get off, don't you? I'm rambling again, sorry. Yeah, I started to read Cecilia Hearn's new book. They had it in the library, and I started to read it, and it's called In a Thousand Different Ways, and that cover's lovely, isn't it? Cecilia Ahern, and I don't know if you don't know Cecilia Ahern, she did P.S. I Love You. She's done quite a few. I do like Cecilia Ahern books. I've read quite a few, and like I say, this was her latest one, and I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I've read a couple. I think I read one this year as well in the summer, and it wasn't a typical Cecilia Ahern one. And so I thought, oh, that's not really, and it wasn't what I thought I'd read. It wasn't what I thought I'd read on the blurb. It was a kind of a different story. Turned out to be a different story than what I thought it was going to be. It was still good. But this one, I loved this one. It's about Alice, and it starts from when she's kind of a young 6-year-old child, and she has this. I don't think it just says Alice is unique, beguiling, complicated, extraordinary. She'll change the way you see the world. Alice sees the worst in people. She also sees the best. She sees 1,000 different emotions and knows exactly what everyone around her is feeling every single day. But it's the dark thoughts, the sadness, the rage. These are the things she can't get out of her head, the things that overwhelm her, the things that stop her being able to find her own way instead. Yeah, and so I think I read about, it's kind of in parts from what I can remember. I think there's like a part 1. It's not chapters. I think it's a part 1 and a part 2. And normally, oh no, it just says colours. It says blue. Blue is the first one, and they were quite long, and I normally like kind of short chapters, so, but it didn't bother me. I loved it. I loved this book. It was so different. Like you say, Alice sees people in colours, so she kind of sees people's auras. I don't think I'll be giving too much away if I say this. So it's kind of Alice's, even from a young child, so you don't know, first of all, what this special thing of Alice is, but as you get to know the character, yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah, really recommend it. And this will be going, my sister will be reading this one now. She also likes Cecilia Ahern, so I'll pass this on to her. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one, and if you get it, I hope you enjoy it too. Or if you've read it, let me know what you thought of it. I really enjoyed this one. Yep, so that's my September makes and reads. Like I say, I'm going to make another video and let you know what I want to do for October, what my plans are and what I want to make. I thought that if I kind of set myself some targets of, right, I want to try this pattern. You know, when you have some patterns on your Pinterest, or I don't really do Ravelry, but you've got, you know, on your Pinterest board, and you think, oh yeah, this one I'm going to do this year, this month I'm going to do this. So yeah, so there's a few, so I will be back with another podcast to show you what I'm going to try and make in October. Right, that's my second podcast. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If there's any more viewers, I am on Instagram. I'll leave that link below, Stitches and Blooms on Instagram. And I'm hoping that I get a few more viewers soon. Hoping, who knows. Obviously, when you don't do, I mean, I have done YouTube before, but you don't realise that YouTube doesn't promote you. YouTube doesn't really do anything. So my podcast has just been lingering somewhere in the ether. And so I'm hoping that, you know, some more people will see it, hopefully, and that you enjoy it. I'll stop rambling on. That podcast sounded like a right ramble. I hope it didn't seem like that. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, so I hope you have a lovely week. I hope you can get lots of crafting in, lots of crocheting in, and I shall see you on the next one for my October goals and what I want to make in October and read as well. I'll show you some of the books that I want to start reading in October as well. Thank you so much. Have a lovely week. Like I say, any links I'll try and link below. And thank you for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye.